Hey, it's Wayne with W Scully CPA PC. I just want to talk a little bit about cell phone use and who can deduct it, how they go about doing it, and what's the best way to get the best break. So all depends on how you're organized, what formation you took, meaning business formation. The most onerous would be the sole proprietor. So as a sole proprietor, right, you can deduct your cell phone use, except that you have to show or having documented how you came up with the percentage that you're deducting. So if you have one cell phone and you're using it you're using it for both business and for pleasure or for personal use, then you'd have to show how you determined what percentage was allocable to the business. And you can do this by statistically looking at a certain portion of the year. Let's say you take 3 months, that'll be representative of the year, and you figure, okay, for those 3 months, how many calls did I make for business? How many calls did I make for personal? And then once you determine that, you would take that percentage and multiply that by as the rate by the total that it costs you to have your phone online. So if it costs you $1,000 for the year and you use 75% for business based on your analysis, you would then take 750. Your deduction would be 750 on your Schedule C. That's the way most people are accustomed to seeing it, because a lot of people do run their business as a Schedule C sole proprietor or an LLC, that type of thing. So let's say you're in the real estate business or you have some properties that you manage or own. Most likely you would, and you have one cell phone that you use for business. Most likely on that Schedule E, you would show the percentage, as I mentioned before, that was used for business. Okay, so that's the most common thing that I've seen in my practice. Most people are Schedule C people. They take the deduction by figuring out what percentage they used the phone for business. Okay, and I told you how to calculate that. All right. Now, if you're a more formalized business, let's say you're an S corporation, you're a partnership or a member of a partnership or a partner within a partnership, or you're a S corp or a C corp owner slash employee or shareholder slash employee, then you would be able to take that deduction 100%, right? One phone, 100% of the cost towards the business, and no documentation will be required. But there are a couple of things you need to do, a couple of things you need to know. First of all, you have to be an employee of the business, right? You have to be engaged in performing services for the business and being compensated as an employee of the business in order for you to do so. Okay? So, I'm not sure if how many of you know, most S corporations, well, all S corporations are required to pay the owner employee a reasonable wage, right? So there you go. You're the owner. You're providing services to the corporation, and as a consequence, the corporation can then turn around and reimburse you for the cost of using your cell phone for business. It can't be a cell phone you get just for, you know, starting the business. You gave yourself a phone as a present or something, as a gift. No, you have to use that phone to perform services for the business. So whether it be meeting a client, whether it be being on call because of the nature of the type of business that you run. Let's say you're a plumbing service and you're 24 hours a day, you have to be on call. Clients can call you on that number. So even though you use that number for personal use, because it's made available for you to use it for business, then you can deduct the cost, the total cost, folks, not just a percentage, but the total cost. As long as you meet those conditions, you're able to take the total cost of the phone as a deduction on your corporate tax return, or in the case of a partnership, your partnership tax return. Okay, so who are employees? Who are considered employees? Again, partner in a partnership, right? A employee of the S corp, employee owner, or an employee who's not an owner. Same for the C corp. Those folks, the cost that they incur using their phone for business purposes is 100% deductible, even if they use it for personal use. So bear that in mind. I'm not saying go and open up a C corp or an S corp or a partnership just to get this deduction. Obviously, there are other things that need to be considered for you to be able to come to the conclusion that you're going to be a C corp, an S corp, or a partnership, right? There has to be a deeper analysis, right? And we do that too. So once you show that it's for legit, once you can show it's for a legitimate business purpose in general, you get to take a deduction. Okay. Now, one other thing that you may not know is that if you hire a third-party contractor to provide services to your corporation or to your partnership or to your meaning S corp or C corp when I say corporation, then you're able to take that deduction as well on behalf of that individual. You provide them a phone, they have to be on call, they have to be able to speak to customers or speak to clients maybe at odd hours of the day. Maybe they need to travel out of that certain time zone, and they have to be available to take a call or respond to an incident relating to work. That's perfectly okay. And as I said before, the beauty is that you do not need to document the usage. You don't need to make a perform an analysis to determine how much of the phone was used for business. Okay, you get the deduction. Okay, so that's my little tidbit for you for today. If you want to hear more about this and other strategies, this is a very basic strategy. A lot of S corp owners may not know about. A lot of C corp owners may not know about, especially your smaller businesses. So the only thing that you would need to know though is that when you're taking that deduction, the person that is asking or requesting for reimbursement needs to complete an expense report, right? And if you're the owner, you ought to have an accountable plan in place that's gonna say, hey, we've resolved, right, as an entity to reimburse our employees or contractors for certain expenses such as cell phone use. So anyway, I'm not going to go too much into the technical side of things. I just want to give you that brief overview on what you need to do to be able to deduct your cell phone use, right, and not have the IRS on your back for documentation. Okay, again, be able to use your cell phone for business and personal without documenting or analyzing how you use the phone for both purposes. Okay, so my name is Wayne. I'm with W. Scully CPA PC. My number is 718-938-4601. That's my cell if you want to reach me. I'm also on social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can also email me at waynescullycpa@gmail.com or Wayne at wscullycpa.com. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. Take care, all the best, and see you next time. Bye bye.